my name is Alyssa. I'm a manager here at Georgetown Rec Center. Today I'm going to show you how to check the chlorine and pH for a commercial swimming pool. It's important to balance the water in your pool so that it can stay clean all year long. Free chlorine, also known as free available chlorine, is measured in parts per million. The state code for Texas says that it has to stay between a 1 part per million and 8 parts per million. Ideally, you should keep your commercial pool between a 2 and 3 parts per million. Free available chlorine can oxidize and destroy sweat, pollen, dirt, or any other organics that can get in your pool. Total chlorine is the sum of free chlorine and combined chlorine. Here at the Georgetown Rec Center, we prefer to use the Taylor testing kit. This allows us to use the DPD powder and the titrating reagent so that we can test our chlorine down to the 0.2 parts per million. There are two different kinds of comparator blocks. This comparator block uses RO1 and RO2 as a color comparison method to check the amount of chlorine in your pool. The other kind of comparator block uses DPD powder and RO871. This block uses a titration method where each drop of RO871 counts as 0.2 parts per million of chlorine. In order to get accurate results, it's important to keep your comparator block clean. If your comparator block is not kept clean, a film will form. It's also important to keep the wand to your DPD powder clean. Also, it should not touch the water or the tip will turn black. It's also important to keep your wand clean or else your measurements will be inaccurate and therefore your readings will not reflect the amount of chlorine that is in your pool. Make sure you get your water from the sample cell in the pump room. This gives you the most accurate sample for your readings. If you have to get your sample from the pool, be sure to reach down 18 inches and to stay clear from jets, or else your reading will be inaccurate. Now I'll show you how to check the chlorine in your commercial pool. Fill your comparator block up to 25 milliliters. Be sure to measure to the meniscus, which is the lower part of the water line. After you've measured your water, add 2 scoops of DPD powder. Make sure that you add even scoops. Swirl to mix. Next, add your titrating reagent, RO871, dropwise, counting each drop as 0.2 parts per million. When adding your titrating reagent, be sure that you're holding your bottle perpendicular to the comparator tube. This allows for the drop to be an accurate size. If held sideways, it is too small and it will give you a missed reading. As you're adding your titrating reagent, make sure you're swirling your sample. When your solution turns clear, you will know that you have the accurate reading of the chlorine in your commercial pool. pH is a state of acidity or alkalinity in your commercial pool. The state code for Texas calls for the pH to be between a 7 and a 7.8. Ideally, your commercial pool should stay between a 7.4 and a 7.8. Any pH not in this range can cause eye and skin irritation. When testing for pH, use RO4 pH indicator solution. Fill your water sample up to 44 milliliters, making sure that you measure up to the meniscus at the water line. Next, add 5 drops of your pH indicator. Place the lid on your comparator tube and shake the bottle. Then compare the color of your mixture to the color on your comparator tube. For the most accurate reading, hold your comparator tube up to natural light. This is a 7.2.